What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. Hope you're doing well. How's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. And yes, this video is going up today. So I hope you're enjoying this beautiful, gorgeous day. Hopefully it's gorgeous where you are. Because I know it is where I am. We have beautiful sunshine. Beautiful sunshine. I'm back at the water. I'll flip the camera around for you so you can see where I'm at here. I'm doing another car video. We got some boats in the water and, just beautiful birds and nature. And yeah, I was sitting out there for a while. It's gorgeous, to say the least. And so, yeah, I got a really interesting video I want to talk about today. Let me make sure I have that. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the present moment. And as I was sitting in nature today and just feeling everything and just feeling the sun on me and smelling the water and, just the sun on my skin, I started to realize that I didn't feel a bit anxious. I didn't feel depressed. I didn't feel anything really other than just what I was viewing in my present moment. I wasn't thinking about what I'm going to do tomorrow, what I'm going to do a month from now or a year from now. I was just thinking about the present moment and the now, like right now, which is the most important. I know you'll have family members, friends, relatives, co-workers, bosses, you name it, trying to tell you that how can you live like that? How can you live without planning for the future? How can you not live for essentially the future? And I want you to understand that this is the way that we're moving now. We're moving into these multi-dimensional beings, these energetic beings. And we're just essentially using the past to reflect. If we do go into the future, we're going into the future for a moment. We're not living in the future like we have for centuries and for years that have passed by. And I've always struggled with this, because not many understand. If you try to explain it to somebody that has a calendar like my father and would plan every single week ahead of time, would even plan months and months ahead, and that's just not me. It never has been. And when I try to do it, like this week, I started to feel anxiety. It started coming up multiple times this week. And not that anxiety is bad. It can be used in so many different aspects, in so many different ways. But it's not meant for us to just goal set 6-8 months in advance. I know that, and trust me, I know that some of you out there are going to argue this point, and you're going to fight with me, and you're going to comment, just negatively about it. And I just know it. I know that because you have your way and I have my way, but the way that I do things, I'm just trying to create a new pathway, create a new way of doing things, a new way of being, because we weren't meant to live in the future. We weren't meant to goal set so far in advance. We don't know. See, the funny thing is, man, let me say years ago, I haven't talked much about this aspect, but I used to deal with massive migraines. Okay. They were to the point where they were like pulsating behind my eye and on the side of my head. And I had to like shut the blinds during the day and, literally close my eyes and just be in the dark. And I had one actually the other day, which I know that our energies are getting very intense on the earth right now, and they have been. But I'm going to tell you right now that what I would do is I would make plans for the weekend, maybe with a friend about going to the club or doing something, and then that weekend would come and I wouldn't feel good and I'd have a headache or I just wouldn't feel good, and I'd end up not going. And so it kind of, it essentially pushed me into the way that I moved throughout my life, went day by day, minute by minute. Like today, I had no plan of coming here at all. It was almost like a spur of the moment thing. I did have a plan of doing this channeling message, which I was on, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I miss them because I remember that they're that day, but then that day comes up and I just maybe do something else. There's only certain things that I will schedule appointments for, and I won't do them that far in advance. Now, mind you, there is an appointment that I have set for, I think, August, which is quite a ways away. But I can always change it. I have done that and canceled it ahead of time and just, went when I felt was right for me. I know everybody cannot do that. And trust me, I will get deeper into this aspect because as we go forward, you're going to be finding yourself more and more not planning anything. And you're going to find yourself just not resonating with planning and not putting in calendars, and that it just doesn't sit well with you, or it doesn't sit right. Or you'll end up scheduling something and then canceling it the same day. It's just not the way we were meant to be, because when you do that, you're projecting into the future. And the future doesn't exist. And, sorry, excuse me for a second. Eyes really itching. The future doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is the now moment, the current moment we are in right now as I speak on this recording. But the words that I already spoke are already gone. They're already now in the past. They're not in the present moment anymore. And when you watch this video, the video is now from the past. Yes, it doesn't matter because we're all energetic, and this is all energetic, and the fact that I'm recording this now and then I put it up hours later, it doesn't matter because you still feel the energy from the video when it was recorded. But the now moment and the present moment is the only thing that matters. We've been deprogrammed and conditioned to believe that no, it's not. We have to plan, we have to make goals, we have to goal set. That's the only way. And I'm here to debunk that and say, no, that's not true. That's not the only way. Look, I didn't want to really get into this, but I'm going to go a little bit into it. You are the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your life. You co-create your life. Now, mind you, there is blueprints and things that we've set up prior to coming here and incarnating, but we have free will. We can change that. We don't have to go down that exact path that we chose before we came here. We don't have to. You have free will and freedom of choice. You could shift and change and switch timelines as much as you wanted to. You don't have to follow that. So it's your choice what you decided to do in this life. It's your choice if you created this extremely busy life for yourself. It's nobody else's fault. It's your choice if you wanted to have multiple kids and this corporate career and just a very, very busy life to the point where you don't even have time to take a breath. And then people look at other people's lives and they say, man, this person has like a very slow life, or they don't really have much going on, and that's their choice. You could have done the same thing. You chose differently. Like I said, we have free will and freedom of choice. You can choose whatever you want. You could choose to go down a completely different path than you chose to come here to do. Again, that's your choice. You could choose not to heal or heal. Again, that's your choice. Again, we have free will. They can only step in so much. Our guardian angels and our guides and spirit. The fact of the matter is, we have free will. We have freedom of choice. And you choose the trajectory. If you want to start slowing your life down more and more, which I found myself doing many, many years ago, I made a very busy life so that I can avoid feeling the pain and the hurt, and I use that as a numbing mechanism. As time went on and I hit these spiritual awakenings and these deeper rock bottoms, which, mind you, they're getting more heavier and more intense as we go forward, because, well, let me be blunt like I always am. The bottom line is humanity is stagnant, And as I said before in many other videos, they're fighting, they're resisting and fighting switching timelines. So we're essentially, a lot of us are being forced. They don't want change. They want to continue the same, patterns they've been continuing doing the same thing over and over again. And to be quite honest with you, we can't do that anymore. We just can't. And so we're being forced. The fact of the matter is, we're being forced. We're being forced into massive change because we don't want to do it on our own. So the universe is like, I got to take it into my hands. I've got to make it happen, because otherwise humanity is becoming too stagnant. And I can feel it. I can feel it in the collective. I can feel it as a whole. And it almost makes all of us feel confused and feel stuck and feel stagnant. And so it's happening faster and faster and faster, and the change is happening so much faster and so much more drastic. And a lot of us can't even see the change. I can see it. I see it every time I go outside or inside, as I talked to you guys about before. I can feel it as I go inside, which is in nature. I can see the changes. I can feel the changes rapidly happening, especially in my life. And yet I have to continue to hold that trust and that faith that everything is in divine timing. Everything is happening for our highest and greatest good. Everything is happening for us and by us. Again, a lot of us don't want to face that reality and are going to be pummeled and forced. And I hope that this video wakes you up. I hope that if you're watching this video, that it gives you that realization. It reminds you of you can't be living the way you were living before. We have to start creating anew. We have to start creating things to be in a new way. We have to stop doing the things we were doing before in the old ways, because they don't exist anymore. They're not working anymore. And they're being closed off. That's what that 369 portal was about. Which is still going on. Because it was on the 9th, which was yesterday. And it happens like 72 hours before and after. It's still going on and it's still open. And so, These things are being closed off. These friendships, these relationships are being shut off, that you can't access them anymore. You know, that you have no ability to access them anymore. So I just urge you to, hopefully you get something out of this message. Hopefully something resonates with you. Hopefully you realize what you have to do in your life, and you make the necessary changes to allow that to happen. You know, because humanity's moving forward, whether you like it or not. And you either are going to go with it, or you're going to be somehow left behind. Somehow you're going to find yourself not in a good place. Let me just say that. Let me just say it won't be in a good place. And so I make these videos to essentially open humanity's hearts. That's what I came here essentially to do. Not only yours, but also my own. You know, and so I hope again that this video found you in a place where you're going to start creating new ways of being, creating new ways of doing. You're going to stop doing the old ways, the old things that don't work anymore, the old ways of eating garbage, of going down those toxic paths with individuals that you know is not working for you anymore. All of these things, as you move away from them, you'll be creating new pathways for humanity to go on. And that's what we're here to do now. We're here to create anew. We're creating this new earth. We're co-creating it as a collective. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't wake up and realize this, months from now, you're going to look around and you're going to be so clueless and lost, even more than you probably already are. Because nothing is going to seem the same anymore. It already hasn't been since 2020. But it's going to change, and vastly change very quickly, like it already is. And we just don't, a lot of us are still stuck in the old ways and don't see it fully yet. But it's happening, man. And I'm noticing in my own relationships that they're falling off, and they've been falling off for years now. I'm noticing a lot of things, which I will talk about more in some other videos. I just wanted to briefly talk about I kind of went off in a tangent. And I left what I was actually came on here to talk about, which was the present moment and the now. And that is what you have to focus on. Yes, you can plan things here and there, but remember that they can change. They're not set in stone. And remember that I wouldn't go so far into the future. You know, and don't stay in there. You can plan it, you can write it down, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't really even do that. I don't find that even works anymore. I feel like that's another way that's falling off. And we're more or less staying in the present moment and the now and going with the flow, which is what we're meant to do. And we're going back to that. It's just going to be very hard and difficult for individuals that have been, you know, oh, I have to write this down. I have to plan my goals 6 months ahead. This is what I'm going to do. This is how it's going to go down. This is what I want. A lot of it, as we go forward, is going to take you trusting in faith and the unknown. And trusting in the universe as much as you can. That you are guided, you are protected, you will be just fine. But it's going to take a lot of faith to do that. And believe that that's going to be the case, because there's going to be individuals that are going to try to pull you out of that and pull you out of the present moment and bring you into the future and bring you into the past. So the more you can come back to your breath and realize that the now moment is the most important, the better off you're going to be, and the better off you're going to be going forward, and the more synchronicities you're going to experience, and the more magical moments you're going to experience. So I urge you to listen to some of my older videos that talk about the breath, because the breath is the most amazing healing modality we have to bring us into the current moment, the present moment, the now, which is the most important. I hope this video found you. I hope that you got something out of it. And, you know, just try as much as you can to be in the present moment and the now. That's the most important. In every moment you can, in every relationship you can. And be in the heart. The now moment and the heart. I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, so you can help this channel grow. We've been kind of stagnant like humanity has been, but it's growing. It will grow. The people that need these videos will find them. I love you all so much again, from my heart to yours. Take care of yourselves and each other in these times. And please, please, as much as you can, stay in the now moment, the present moment. Take care of yourselves and each other. I love you all so much. I will see you soon in the next video. And don't forget about the Sunday sermon tomorrow. I love you all. I will see you soon. Get into nature as much as you possibly can. I love you all. I will see you soon. And check it out.